I never thought the woman who gave birth to me would one day look me in the eyes and say I was no longer her daughter. But that is exactly what happened the night she changed the locks and told me I had no home. My name is Emily. I was 19 when everything fell apart, and 20 when I learned that revenge does not always look like anger, sometimes it looks like paperwork. The day everything started, I came home from my part-time job tired, sweaty, and hoping there was leftover dinner. But when I reached the porch, the first thing I noticed was the silence. No hallway light, no warm smell of food, just a harsh click when my key refused to turn. I tried again, and again, my hands shaking. The lock was changed. I knocked, at first gently, then louder, then with the edge of my fist because fear was spreading through my chest. My mom opened the door only halfway. She looked at me the way you look at a stranger on your doorstep. Cold and distant. "Emily," she said, "you do not live here anymore." My heart dropped. "Mom, what are you talking about?" "Open the door. You made your choice," she said. Her voice did not tremble. "You wanted to grow up and be independent. So go be independent. You are not welcome here." I stared at her in disbelief. "You changed the locks without telling me." "Mom, this is my home." "Not anymore," she said. And she shut the door in my face. The click of the lock sank into my chest like a nail. It was getting dark, the wind was cutting through my shirt, and for a moment I felt like a kid left outside during a storm. I slept on a bench near the community center that night. Humiliation mixed with anger. Every sound felt like judgment. The next morning, I went to the one person who still cared about me. My grandmother. She opened her door and hugged me without asking a single question. "What happened, baby?" she whispered. "Mom kicked me out," I said. "She changed the locks." She said, "I do not live there anymore." My grandmother pulled back and stared into my eyes. Her jaw tightened. "Not again," she said. "She did this to your uncle once too. She thinks the house is only hers because she paid the mortgage. But she forgets something." "What does she forget?" I asked. "Your grandfather added your name to the title when you were 12, she said. "He wanted you to always have a home." He told her, but she ignored it. "I have the documents." My breath caught. "My name is on the house." "Yes," she said. "Half of it belongs to you legally." For a moment, all the pain I felt turned into something sharper. Cold. Focused. Not rage. Just clarity. I stayed with her for a week and found a temporary job with longer hours. During that week, my mother did not call. Not once. Not to check on me. Not to ask if I was alive. Not even to pretend she cared. But she did send a message. A single line. "Do not come back." So I did something she never expected. I hired a lawyer. A quiet, calm man who spoke slowly like nothing ever surprised him. He read the documents, looked at me, and said, "You own 50%. You have every legal right to enter. And you have every right to demand compensation if she refuses." I felt nervous. "Is this really the right thing to do?" I asked. He nodded. "You did not throw yourself out." She did. The law protects you. 2 weeks later, we went together to the house. I stood behind him on the porch. The same porch where I had begged her to let me in. My mom opened the door and froze when she saw the lawyer. "What do you want?" she asked. And then she looked at me with anger instead of love. "Why are you here?" My lawyer spoke calmly. "Ma'am, my client has legal rights to this property. She has been unlawfully removed. We request immediate access or financial settlement for her portion." Her mouth fell open. "What portion?" "Emily does not own anything." I stepped forward. "Grandpa put my name on the title." "You knew that?" Her eyes widened with shock, then fear, then something darker. "You are lying." The lawyer handed her the documents. She snatched them, scanned them, and her face drained of color. "Where did you get these?" she demanded. "Grandma had them," I said. "You cannot kick me out of a house that is legally half mine." Her breathing grew heavy. "This is my home, Emily. I raised you here. I paid every bill, worked every hour. You think you deserve half of it." I swallowed hard. I did not want this. "But you forced it. You left me outside like I was nothing." She glared at me. "You betrayed me." I took a deep breath.
No, Mom.
You betrayed me first. The lawyer stepped forward again. We will be filing for partition unless an agreement is reached. That means the house will be sold and the earnings split equally. My mom grabbed the doorframe like she was afraid the world might tilt. You cannot do this. This is my life. Her words finally broke something inside me.
Because she never said,
You are my daughter.
come inside.
Let us talk. Just this is my life. I walked away without saying another word. My heart was heavy, but steady. I knew I had crossed a line there was no going back from. 2 months later, the case was finalized. She refused negotiation, so the court forced the sale. The house was bought within a week. When the money arrived in my account, I stared at the number, feeling no satisfaction, only an ache in my chest. My mom moved into a small rental. She never spoke to me during the entire process. Not once. I visited her after the sale because some part of me still hoped she might apologize. She opened the door barely, like before. But this time there was no anger, only exhaustion. Why did you do this? She whispered. I raised you. I took a slow breath. Because you treated me like a tenant, not a daughter. You threw me out without warning. I was homeless for a night. You did not care if I ate or survived. You just wanted control. She looked away. Tears formed in her eyes, but she wiped them quickly. I thought forcing you out would teach you responsibility.
It taught me something else, I said.
It taught me that love without respect is not love at all. She shook her head. So you took half my house.
It was my house too, I said.
I did not take anything. I claimed what was already mine. She closed the door gently, not slamming it, just shutting it slowly, like she was sealing away a memory she did not want anymore. I stood there for a long minute, listening to the quiet, feeling the cold air settle around me. When I walked away, I felt both heavy and free. With the money from the house, I rented my own small apartment. Nothing fancy, but it was mine. A place where the locks would never be changed behind my back. A place where silence did not feel like punishment. My grandmother came over with groceries one day and looked around smiling.
It is peaceful, she said. It is home, I replied.
Sometimes I still think about my mom. Not with anger, just with a distant sadness. Maybe one day she will call. Maybe one day she will understand. Or maybe she will never look past her pride. But I learned something important. Family can break you, but they can also teach you how to build yourself again. And sometimes, the hardest revenge is simply choosing a better life without the people who pushed you away. She changed the locks to keep me out, but I used the law to walk back in stronger than ever.